Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaskar. Today we will be beginning with the last week of our classes of the course on sales and distribution management, which is week 8, and this is the first lecture in module 8 of our course on sales and distribution management. We shall be beginning our discussions on distribution channel management from now on, and the first topic which we shall be discussing in two parts is distribution channels. So, in this particular topic we shall be discussing several topics. We will start with an introduction and then we will move on to defining a distribution channel. What is a distribution channel? Why do we need distribution channels? What are the functions of distribution channels? What are channel flows? And then we will also talk about the classification of distribution channels. This is what we shall do in this first lecture, and in the subsequent lecture, which will be part 2, we shall be talking about the types of distribution networks, where we will speak about marketing channels in consumer markets and for services and for industrial products. We shall also talk about patterns of distribution. We will discuss what are the different types of channel intermediaries, how do you design a distribution channel strategy, and what are the factors which affect the design of marketing channels, and what are the factors which affect the selection of channel partners. So, let us now begin with a brief introduction about what are marketing channels. We also refer to them as trade channels, and we will speak about what are channel partners or channel intermediaries or trade channel members. These are all in the same, all of them are the same. So, when we talk about a distribution channel, the distribution channel is also referred to as a trade channel or a marketing channel, and the various players in the channel are referred to as the channel partners or channel members or trade channel members or marketing intermediaries. So we will be now discussing about what a distribution channel is, or what a trade or a marketing channel is. So, I repeat, when we talk of a distribution channel, it is synonymous to a trade channel or a marketing channel, and the various players who are responsible for for making the good or the service available to us through these different channels are referred to as channel partners or channel members or trade channel members or marketing intermediaries. So, let us discuss what a distribution channel is. Now, let us begin with our discussion on distribution management. Now, in the first lecture itself, we had mentioned that both sales and distribution management are intertwined. They cannot exist and function without each other, and the salesperson may perform very well on the field, he may secure orders, he may perform satisfactorily, but until unless the product reaches the customers on time, the former's efforts would go totally in vain. And that is where the importance of the distribution management is realized. It is a very crucial function that must be addressed, so that the right product is available at the right place at the right time and at the right price to the customers. So, while sales management formulates the strategy and tactics, distribution management helps implement these plans, and both sales and distribution management go hand in hand. Now, distribution management deals with all those various activities which are associated with the distribution of goods and services. It is a very important aspect of sales management, and the basic objective here is to create time, place and acquisition utility for customers. We shall be discussing about time, place and acquisition utility subsequently, but in order to create and retain a set of a set of satisfied customers, companies must ensure that the right products reach the right customers at the right time, at the right place and at the right price. And it is here that distribution management it becomes something, an efficient distribution management becomes something which is extremely important for an organization. It is an important aspect of sales management and holistically comprises the set of all those activities which facilitate the transfer of goods by creation of an effective and efficient supply chain. So, it is very crucial that companies give a lot of attention to the distribution channel and to and devise a distribution management strategy, so that they can ensure that the efforts put in by the sales force do not go in vain, and the orders that are secured can be delivered on time, at the right place, at the right price, as and when customers want it. Now, what is the meaning of a distribution channel? Now, distribution management may be defined as the management of activities which facilitate the movements of goods and services so as to create time, place and acquisition utility and ensure that the right kinds of products are available at the right time and at the right place. We are all in the previous slides also, and even now we are emphasizing upon the right time, the right place, the right product and the right price, because this actually goes with the fundamental concept of logistics management. And it's very essential that in today's day and age, where there is huge amount of competition, customers are able to get what they want at the right place, at the right time, in the right quantities, as and when they want it, and at the right price. So, distribution management actually includes all those aspects, ranging from transportation management to storage management to inventory management and so forth. So, all important issues with respect to order processing, warehousing, transportation, and inventory management collectively are taken care of under distribution management. Companies rely on distribution channels, as channel members can reach customers across a wide geographical reach and are more core competent in selling to customers. It is absolutely not possible for a company to have its own warehouses, it have its own transportations, have its own outlets from where it can sell, and so it relies on the on the channel partners or on the channel intermediaries or marketing intermediaries to help them do this task, because the channel members or the trade channel members and the marketing intermediaries are more core competent, not only in matters of storage and warehousing and transportation, but also with respect to selling to the end customers. Now, when we are talking about distribution management and the various activities, these have hold good for both the B2B and the B2C scenario. In distribution management is critical not only for consumer buying or consumer markets, but also for industrial markets and organizational buying, because whether it is the end consumer or whether it is a B2B consumer, both of them would require that the right product reaches them at the right time and at the right place and in the right quantity. And so, distribution management takes care of both the B2B as well as the B2C customer segments. Now, the key facets of distribution management are realized through a distribution channel, which is defined as the structure of intra-company organization units and extra-company agents, dealers, wholesalers and retailers through which a commodity, product or service is marketed. This is how the American Marketing Association defines a distribution channel. So, when we are talking about what is a distribution channel, it is the structure of intra-company organization units and extra-company agents, dealers, wholesalers and retailers through which a commodity, product or service is marketed. Kotler and Armstrong have also defined the marketing intermediaries or the trade channel or the distribution channel as a set of independent organizations involved in the process of making a product or a service available for use or consumption by the customer or the industrial user. So, that is where we can see that distribution channels are relevant not only for the B2B or the B2C, but they are relevant for both. They are relevant for both the B2C scenario as well as the B2B scenario. Stern and L. Ansari have given a very popular definition about marketing channels, and they say that marketing channels are a set of interdependent organizations involved in the process of making a product or a service available for use or consumption. Now, we started with the importance of distribution management. And if you go back the previous slide, we said that distribution management is defined as the management of activities which facilitate the movement of goods and services so as to create time, place and acquisition utility and ensure that the right kinds of products are available at the right time and at the right place. And we also mentioned the critical issues which need to be dealt with respect to order processing, inventory management, warehousing, transportation, etc. And this entire task is actually taken care of by the distribution channel. So, distribution management is something which is implemented or executed at the grassroots level by the channel members or by the trade channel members or by the marketing intermediaries. So, while a company may design a distribution management strategy, the actual implementation and execution happens with and through the marketing intermediaries or the trade channel members or the distribution channel. So, while broad guidelines for distribution management may be laid by the company itself or by the organization, it is given form and shape, it is executed by members of the distribution channel, and that is where the definition from the American Marketing Association becomes very relevant, where they speak of a distribution channel as a structure of intra-company organization units and extra-company agents, dealers, wholesalers, retailers, through which a commodity, product or service is marketed. So, the broad guidelines may be actually laid out by the company, but it is the marketing channel members or the trade channel members or the marketing intermediaries who are the interdependent organizations who are involved in the process of making the good or service available to the customer or to the industrial user. Now, why do we need distribution channels? Now, distribution channels play a very important role in ensuring that the product assortment reaches the end customer at the right place, at the right time and at the right price. And channel members perform very important functions. They actually have a physical reach and and they are able to distribute the products to the customers. They play a big role in gathering information, providing feedback to the company, placing orders, negotiations, financing. They also bear risks. They play a role in inventory management. They provide after sales service to the customers, and they also play a very key role in developing and maintaining customer relationships. Distribution channels bring buyers and sellers together, and they foster sharing of information and distribution of products to the customers. The customer goes to the dealer or to the distributor or to the retailer, and he seeks information about products, about brands, about the variants, the features, the benefits, the pricings, etc. And the distribution channel members then actually encourage the prospect towards a purchase. Also the distribution routes in terms of both transportation and warehousing and overall movement of products is designed in such a way that there is a cost reduction. Channel members take title to or ownership of the product, and they facilitate the movement of goods and services from the manufacturer to the end customer. They provide or even to the industrial customer. They provide information to the customer about the product, about the price, about the availability. They provide feedback to the company about customers' needs, wants, preferences and customer reactions towards the company's offerings as well as the competitors' offerings. Channel members also receive orders from the customers and pass them on to the company. They negotiate on price and delivery terms, both backwards with the company or with the vendor or the supplier, as well as forwards with the customers. They take care of the working capital requirements of the channel members upstream, and they receive payments from the customers and pass them on backwards. So, in this way they take care of the working capital requirements of the channel members upstream. And they also play a very important role in arranging credit facilities for customers downstream. So, both upstream and downstream, when they collect payments and remit the same, they are actually trying to meet the needs of the working capital of the channel members upstream, and when they arrange for credit facilities, they are trying to help the customers downstream. They also bear risk with respect to storage and transportation. Of course, this is more of a tangible risk, and there is another risk which they take, which is more intangible and relates to their goodwill and reputation, especially in the case of new products, because the success and failure of a new product could actually impact their goodwill and reputation. So, if a product succeeds, it's okay, but if a product does not succeed or is not well accepted by the people, or there is a problem with the quality or other issues, in those cases the reputation of the channel member also gets affected. So, they undertake risks associated with ownership of the product, they handle damaged goods as well as warranties and guarantees after sales. Also, channel members arrange for promotion of the product, be it local advertising, displays, hoardings, point of purchase stimuli, they arrange for demonstrations, they handle the entire personal selling effort, and channel members also cater to customer complaints and after sales services, and they contribute towards building good relations with the customers. So, in this way channel members play a big role, and they perform a large number of functions. Now, overall distributions channels provide place, time and acquisition utility for customers. We discussed this in the previous slide as well, that the channel members provide for place, time and acquisition utility. So, let us discuss this a little more. Now, when we talk about place utility, what we are trying to talk of is something which is spatial discrepancy. Spatial discrepancy relates to the physical distance between a product's place of manufacture and the place of consumption by the consumer. So, it is basically related to the physical distance between the product's place of manufacture or the factory where it is being produced or manufactured, and the place of consumption, that is the place where it is being consumed by the customer. So, distribution channels overcome the barrier of distance between the company and the customer. They arrange to carry the products from the manufacturing units to places near the customers, and this is very important as customers are geographically scattered across the country, across the world, and must be and they must be reached with the least cost. The products must reach them at the least cost as possible. Now, companies ensure that their products and services are found at as many outlets as possible, or even if the outlets are less, they are actually located at distances conveniently located for a customer to access. Now, for example, a particular company may be making soaps, and the factory for the manufacture of the soap is in Uttar Pradesh. On the other hand, the customers for the soap are scattered across the country. A person who is in West Bengal cannot be expected to go to Uttar Pradesh to buy 1 or 2 units of soap, and that is why it becomes the responsibility of the company to ensure that the soap reaches the customer at West Bengal or at Himachal Pradesh or wherever he is. So, here we see that through a distribution channel and through the different tasks of storage, warehousing, transportation, and physical distribution and physical ownership, the product reaches the customer wherever he is, despite the fact that it may be manufactured several miles away. So, that is how companies use the trade channel members or the channel partners to reduce the physical distance between the product's place of manufacture and the place of consumption. This is what we mean by the spatial discrepancy, and companies must ensure that customers are provided with the place utility, and the spatial discrepancy is dealt with in the best possible manner. The second thing which we talk of is time utility, and here we will speak about temporal discrepancy. Now, temporal discrepancy relates to the difference in time with respect to when a product is manufactured and when it is consumed. Now, distribution channels also overcome time barriers. This helps customer requirements being met promptly and with the least delay. Products may be available to customers within a day or within a week or within a month as and when they ask for, and so products must be manufactured on an ongoing basis and made available closer to actual points or places of consumption as and when the customer wants it. We all know that customers' demand with respect to products is not always smooth, it can be erratic. However, production must go on and on because based on the market demand, based on the company's demand, companies must plan their production schedule such that the production is ongoing and based on requirements in in states or in territories. The products can reach the customers as and when customers want them. So this here so that the customer does not have to wait for his favorite brand to reach him, or for his for a product to reach him. So it's very important and essential that production goes on and is ongoing activity, and inventory management is taken care of. Order processing, transportation and warehousing are given attention to, such that the customer is able to get what he wants when he wants it, at the right time, and as promptly as possible. The third thing which we talk of is product assortment. Now, customers desire that several products be available to them at the same outlet. For example, if you wish to buy your monthly groceries, you will want all your groceries to be available at the same store. If you want your toiletries to be made available, to be bought on a monthly basis, again you would want the same shop or the same outlet to sell to you the soaps or shampoos or talcum powders, etc. So customers desire that several products be available to them at the same outlet, and distribution channel members offer a wide variety of products under one roof, although these may have been manufactured by the company in different plants and at different places. Also, they offer products made by one or several companies, that even competitors' products are also available. So in this case, channel members provide to customers a wide assortment, a broad assortment, which customers would be happy to accept, because they can get it from the same store, and the customers would get a wide option to choose from the product assortment. Channel members also play an important role in bulk breaking. While production is done in large quantities, especially to achieve economies of scale, purchase and consumption is always in small sizes. Distributors or wholesalers, they break products into small quantities, and customers, and then sell it on to the customers who may buy only 1 or 2 units. Customers will never buy 1,000 units in one go, they would buy 1 or 2. So distributors and wholesalers buy in large lots and further divide them into smaller lots for the customers. So if we talk a little bit about the place utility and the time utility and the possession utility, what we talk of is in terms of a little bit more on them we can explain with the help of an example. For example, a person wants to buy a packet of biscuits. Now, the biscuit packet would be made available at the nearest retail outlet, although the biscuits may have been manufactured several miles away. So this brings in the concept of the place utility. Second, the biscuit packet would be made available as and when the customer wants it, at any time of the day or any time of the week, and this is here what we refer to as time utility. And the third is in terms of the possession, which is once he pays for the biscuit packet, he takes title to it and becomes the owner and would consume it as and when he wants it to. So that becomes the acquisition or the possession utility. Now, let us come to the functions of distribution channels and channel members. We have already discussed some of these. Let us go a little more deeper into them. The first function that they perform is physical distribution. Now, channel members assure extensive market coverage for a company. They play an important role by coordinating delivery schedules in such a manner that the requirements of the customers are met on time. They deal with warehousing, transportation, and so the goods can be made available to the customers in the right quantity, at the right time and at the right place. And channel members also act as a medium for offering services, credit services and after sales assistance, as well as managing returns or warranties or guarantees, etc. So in this way, channel members or channel partners play a very key role in physical distribution. Second is in terms of the touch point, or they're offering the touch point. Now, customers for a company may be scattered all over the country, and the company may not be in a position to meet customer demands with respect to products and after sales service on its own. So the dealers, the distributors, the retailers, they serve as the touch points on behalf of the company for the customers. The customers contact these channel members, whether they are the dealers or the distributors or the retailers, and so the kind of help and assistance which customers can get from these channel partners or from these trade channel members decreases the need for the company, to provide touch points on its own or to provide its own company owned outlets, thereby reducing the overall cost for the company. Third is in terms of inventory management. Now, effective and efficient inventory management is a pre-requirement for ensuring that goods reach the customers on time. In fact, at the right quantity at the right time is something which we have been talking of. So, inventory management helps avoid out of stock situations as well as poor assortment mix situations which might reduce the sales for the company and bring a bad name to the organization. Channel members play a role in bulk breaking. Bulk breaking is the process of breaking up large lots of products into smaller ones. So, distribution channels break bulk and they distribute the goods as per the requirements of the retailers at the next level, and this eases the process of distributing goods as per the requirements of the customers. Also, as every customer buys in small quantities for his own use, bulk breaking becomes very, very important. It also ensures sufficient quantity of products is always available to meet the needs of the customers. Channel partners play a key role in communication. Distribution channels offer a platform for sharing information about company products and services with the customers. Because the channel partners act as touch points, the customers contact them, they seek information about products, brands, prices, etc. And channel partners also offer ground for advertising the company's products and services via point of purchase displays and local advertising. They supplement the communication efforts by the company and help build a good name for the company. Channel partners also play a very, very important role in providing feedback about the market to the company. Channel members communicate the feedback that they've received from the customers to the company. They are one of the most important sources for the company, sources of information for the company with respect to market happenings when it comes to understanding customer needs, wants and preferences as well as competitor strategies. Retailers at the ground are in touch with customers. Their feedback is of immense importance when it comes to product improvements or when it comes to changes with respect to delivery terms or with respect to negotiations on prices, etc. Channel partners bear financial risk. They help in countering and overcoming financial risk by offering advance payments. The credit offered to wholesalers by the company and to retailers by the wholesalers is done such that it can supplement company's sales. By taking the responsibility of ensuring that the products reach the customers on time, retailers reduce the manufacturer's risk in a big way. And of course, channel partners also provide a lot of guidance and technical support. Distribution channels help customers in understanding the functions and features of the product. Channel members or channel partners, they provide demonstrations to customers and help them and educate them with respect to product usage, and they provide information to customers at the point of purchase and play a very important role in overcoming their doubts. They also provide support post purchase. So, it is the presence of the channel members in an area which assures customers that they can look up to somebody if there is a problem or there is a difficulty with respect to the product. Now, we come to channel flows. Now, when we talk about channel partners, channel members, distribution channel, what actually flows in a channel are referred to as channel flows. There is a physical flow of goods, there is a title flow of ownership of goods, there is a payment flow which refers to payments from the customers to the retailers, and from the retailers to the wholesalers and from the wholesalers to the manufacturer. It also refers to the financing which takes place where the wholesaler may finance the retailer or the retailer may finance the customer. Flows also happen with respect to information and promotion. Now, we can actually classify these flows into forward, backward, both ways and reverse. So, forward flows are from the company to the customers, and these are generally physical flows of goods and services, and there is also the title flow which is again a forward flow. Promotion is also a forward flow. Backward flows are those which are from the customers to the company, and they are in form of payments, returns, ordering. We have both way flows where it is from the company to the customers and the customers to the company again. So, it happens in the case of information sharing, negotiations, risk bearing, and we also have something called reverse flows, which is again from the customer to the company, which is for in cases of refurbishing, recycling, refilling, etc. Coming to classification of distribution channels. Now, distribution channels can actually be classified in 3 categories: the sales channels, the delivery channels, and the service channels. Sales channels, the job of a sales channel here lies in increasing the sales of the company. The focus is on information sharing, encouraging consumers towards purchase, negotiating and bargaining, and offering credit facilities to push sales. So, here the sales channel's main objective is to increase the sales of the company, and they do so by encouraging buyers towards purchase. Now, the buyers here could be again a B2B scenario or a B2C scenario, and to actually encourage buyers towards purchase. The sales channels share information, they negotiate and bargain and offer credit facilities. The second kind of channels which we speak of is a delivery channel. The job here of the delivery channel is to ensure that products reach the customers at the right time and at the right place, and here issues that are dealt with are with respect to inventory management, transportation, warehousing, and assortment issues. And then there are service channels where the job is to offer after sales services, and the focus here is on encouraging repurchase by providing to customers services after sales, keeping them happy, keeping them satisfied, and creating a loyal customer base. So, with this we come to an end of this particular lecture. The references are still Kandiv, Govoni, Puri, Sales and Distribution Management 2017, Pearson, India; Havaldar and Kawale, Sales and Distribution Management 2017, McGraw-Hill; Panda and Sehdev, Sales and Distribution Management 2012, Oxford University Press, as well as 2011, Oxford University Press. This brings us to an end of the first lecture on the 8th module of the course. We shall continue with our discussion on distribution channels in the next lecture. Thank you.